और लोंडो क्या हाल चाल। अभी एक रिकमेंडेशन में मैंने वीडियो देखी, दिस गाय सोल्ड हिज डेस्कटॉप बिकॉज ऑफ स्टीम डेक। मैंने अभी स्टीम डेक पे एक और वीडियो अपलोड करी है, अगर तुमने देखी हो वो। तो उसमें तुमने देखा होगा कि GTA 5 और गॉड ऑफ वॉर जैसी गेम्स भी इस हैंडहेल्ड कंसोल में चल रही है, जबकि वो GTA 5 PS3 की गेम है और गॉड ऑफ वॉर तो PS5 की है। PS4 में भी चल जाती थी आई गेस, मेरे को ध्यान नहीं वो कौन से कंसोल पे आई थी। मेरे हिसाब से PS4 पे आई थी और 2018 के अराउंड इसमें क्या बोलते हैं PC पे भी आई थी, वो भी उसके अंदर चल जाती है। साथ ही साथ साइबर पंक जो कि बहुत सारे PCs पे नहीं चलती, वो इस पर चल जा रही है। मतलब अच्छे अच्छे PC की हालत ख़राब हो जाती है, उस पर बहुत कम FPS आते हैं, वो इसमें चल जा रही है, तो वो बड़ी बात है भाई। अब देखते हैं भाई इस बंदे का क्या कहना है।
Hey, what's up, folks? I'm now 2.5 months into owning a Steam Deck, and it hasn't been my exclusive only
ओके,
device over this time. I've played some PS5, I've played a couple games on Switch and finished them,
स्विच
and then
मतलब
I came
निंटेंडो स्विच
back
की
to
बात
the
हो रही है
Steam
यहाँ पे।
Deck. After, I think about 2.5 or 3 weeks, I was just having it completely powered down, and I didn't use it. And when I came back to it, it felt like a brand new device again, mostly because I was trying to find something to play. And as I was going through my backlog and then I looked at the Steam store and stuff and I tried to find something to play, I was like, man, do I go back to my Switch? This is like taking all this time and the screen's not as nice as the OLED Switch screen. I could play on my PS5. Man, I don't want to be bootstrapped to my office. Like, all this stuff came up, and then I finally found a game I was super happy with. It's Dungeon something Dungeon Part 2. One More Dungeon 2. This game's a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying
मैंने
it.
कभी इस
It
गेम
got
का
me
नाम नहीं
sucked
सुना, ना
back
कभी
into
खेली है। तो चलो देखते हैं एज द वीडियो प्रोग्रेसेस। मैं क्या पता है कोई अच्छी गेम हो, मैंने नाम नहीं सुना अभी तक।
the Steam Deck. And that's why I'm making this video. I've realized that there's really 4 reasons why the Steam Deck has been such an amazing device for me. And this probably applies to you. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 points will apply to you, in which case I'd love to hear your feedback. So here's the big thing though. I sold my desktop. I had a nice desktop PC with a 2070 Ti Super. No, yeah, 2070 Super in it. It was a really nice video card. And I'm in my office all day, right? So in my office with that thing roaring, even when I'm just working, I didn't realize how annoying it was until I turned it off one day and fired up my laptop, which is dead silent. It's a MacBook.
बट
And I was like, man,
मैकबुक पे तुम गेम नहीं खेल सकते ना। मैकबुक डेड साइलेंट है, लेकिन उसका मेन गोल प्रोडक्टिविटी है, वीडियो एडिटिंग के लिए या फोटोशॉप वगैरह तुम्हें और काम करने हो। ऑफिस गोर्स लैपटॉप है वो बेसिकली, या तुम्हें एडिटिंग वगैरह करनी है। दैट्स नॉट मेंट टू प्ले गेम्स। वो गेमिंग के लिए नहीं बना है। उस पर तुम GTA 5 चलाओगे उसकी हालत ख़राब हो जाएगी। मेरे PC में चल जाती है GTA 5, और मेरे PC के कम से कम 4 टाइम्स प्राइस में आएगा एक डिसेंट मैकबुक।
kind of peaceful in here. My goodness, my office is nice. And anyhow, then to get rid of that and then come back to my deck, it's like I don't miss my
Yeah,
desktop
he's
at all.
talking
Like,
very
definitely
slowly. I'm
games look
fast forwarding this video.
better when you have a 2070 Super, but man, this is totally good enough for this small screen. And then I docked it using just some silly USB-C dongle thing that I've had for years. I docked it to a 27-inch 1440p display. It looked great. I upped the resolution, the frame rate came down, of course, but it still looked really good. And I realized that there's 4 reasons why the Steam Deck has been a really good device for me. So the first one is mobility, and I kind of already talked about that. I'm in my office about 7 to 9 hours a day. Like, I take one break out of my office, it's to go to the gym. Sometimes I'll take the kids to school or something like that, but for the most part, I'm stuck in here for long periods of time consistently. And unless I gotta pee or something. And that's something, by the way, is pooping. So anyway, it's my own little corner of the house, which is nice, right? I can decorate it the way I want, and I can make it mine. I've got my tech in here. I've got a nice TV for if I want to watch a nice movie or something. But for the most part, like, it's just tiring to be in the same room all day long. That's just the way I roll. But with the deck, I can go anywhere, right? Like, I can go in my backyard. I can go to a different room in the house. I can go in the family room. I can be in the kitchen, just sit on the kitchen table and be around the family. And it's one thing to say, like, I'm gonna play some intense shooter while my kid's trying to tell me about her day. Like, that's ridiculous, right? Spend time with your kid. But if the kids are getting their TV time or their tech time, I can have tech time with them, and that's really a lot of fun. I enjoy that. The second reason is convenience. And the number one thing you just observed, that's the pause and resume functionality. Like, that's an absolute game changer for PC games. Unless you're playing an online game, right, requires a consistent online connection, you can pause any game at any
You can
time,
do
right?
that
So if
on
you're with my kids,
PS as well and PC also. I mean GTA और God of War, ये जितनी भी स्टोरी बेस्ड गेम है, इनमें तो मैं ऑफलाइन जितनी भी गेम्स हैं उनमें तो मैं एस्केप दबा के पॉज कर सकते हो, चाहे PC पे हो। और ये इसमें भी है। ये तो यार बेसिक क्वालिटी, ये कोई प्लस पॉइंट नहीं है इसका। ये सारे एल प्लस पॉइंट्स बता रहा है भाई, इसमें कुछ खास बताना है? ये हैंड हेल्ड अभी तक तो मतलब पहला तो प्लस पॉइंट इसने सही बताया कि हैंड हेल्ड है, ये अपने बच्चों के साथ बैठ के खेल वेल सकता है, चलो वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन उसके बाद
crying or screaming, or like my son's trying to find Spider-Man toys, all I do is hit the power button and just set the darn thing down, and I'm off. Go help my kid with whatever he or she needs, and then come back and bam, turn it right back on, and within seconds, I'm back into the game. That is an absolute game changer, and I hope that somehow this gets better. Maybe I could have one day with Steam Deck 2 or Steam Deck OS version 20, I could have multiple games in this like suspended state without really affecting performance. That would be really cool, because sometimes I just want to take a break from one game and go play another, and I don't have to restart that first game. So just something to think about, Valve. You're definitely not watching this. The third reason is comfort. I spent a ton of money over the years, I'm sure you have too, on everything it takes to be comfortable in the office, right? Gaming chairs or racing chairs or office chairs, I've tried them all. Keyboards, mice, monitors, desks, like I have tried everything just to be comfortable in here. And you know, everyone's a little different, right? Some people have challenges with their back, some don't, some it's wrists, some it's elbows and stuff. Like I've got a bunch of different like inflammatory things going on in my body. So for me, it's like a constant hunt to be comfortable. But the one thing that's always more comfortable than sitting at a desk, at least for me,
yes,
is laying down. I'm gonna lay on my stomach or lay on my back, or you know, do a little bit of both, rotate a little bit, lay on the couch, lay on my bed. It's better than sitting at a desk. Now again, the fidelity you get.
इसके बारे में सुना है आपने? ये वायरलेस कंट्रोलर होते हैं, आप थोड़ा सा मतलब ऐसे पीछे जाके खेल सकते हैं। अब मेरे बेडरूम में तो मतलब नहीं कर सकते, मैं यहाँ से इसको जो है टीवी पे कनेक्ट कर देता हूँ, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, स्क्रीन शेयर करके, और फिर मैं जाके सोफे पे पसर जाता हूँ, लंबा लेट कर मैं ऐसे खेल सकता हूँ, इससे बढ़िया चलता है, हमेशा बैठना नहीं पड़ता। यार दिस इज़ अ पोर्टेबल कंसोल, तुम ये बता सकते थे कि मैं बाहर जाता हूँ तो वहाँ यूज़ हो जाता, अभी तक चलो ठीक है। इट्स लाइक कि मतलब अपने आप को ये खुद को जस्टिफाई करना चाह रहा है कि मैंने जो अपना पीसी बेच दिया वो सही डिसीजन है मेरा।
Laptop with a big 27 or 32-inch monitor, it destroys this little guy here, right? But the fact that you can hold it so comfortably and bring it within a foot of your eyes and angle it the way you want to, right? Use the gyroscope for additional aiming too. It's so much more comfortable than sitting at a desk. Now you may feel differently. Maybe you don't have a Steam Deck, and so this might to you seem like some kind of puff piece or something. But believe me, this is a non-monetized channel, and Valve doesn't know I exist. So this is not a puff piece on like, is puff piece the right term? I don't know. This is not like I'm not trying to shill for some brand here. Like I'm literally telling you I find it more comfortable. So that's reason number 3. And then finally, the fourth reason I don't have a good name for it, right? There's mobility, convenience, comfort. I'm calling this blah because I don't know what else to call it. But for whatever reason, the games I played the most on the deck so far in 2.5 months have been my backlog. It's been older games that I bought. Maybe I got in like a Humble Bundle pack and I never tried the game, or I bought a game because it was on sale and I just put it on the back burner. Like Shadow of War, the sequel to Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor, is that what it's called? Anyway, the game with orcs. I bought that on a sale for like $10 and then I never played it, and I figured, one day I'll play it. And then just the other day I mentioned I came back to my deck and I was like, what am I gonna play? I started playing that. I downloaded it. It's like 100 gigabytes, so it took a while. But I downloaded it and I started playing it, and I was enjoying it. And I'll go back to it, but I really want to try this game because I got the itch for a dungeon crawler. And anyway, I was like, okay, cool. That's the deck, man. The deck is so convenient. And for whatever reason, I don't know what the term is, it just pushed me back into my backlog. And I'm not alone. I've read from a lot of other deck users on Reddit who are doing the same thing. Like they just got drawn into their older backlog games. Now I'm definitely not gonna, there's some games that I will never play, like the Lego series. It's just not my thing. But you know, you buy a game for $10 on a Humble Bundle, it comes with like 20. I can knock off a few more.
यार I don't have a Steam Deck, मगर इससे बढ़िया तो फायदे मैं गिनवा सकता हूँ यार।
It's called. Replaying those was a lot of fun. Then I went back and played Quake, and I started playing Quake 2 until I got stuck on a map, and then I remembered, that's why I never finished Quake 2. It's so hard to remember. Like the level design is so weird, and the backtracking is so difficult. Anyway, I just want to get this out there that those are the 4 things that really
बहुत बढ़िया पीस ऑफ इक्विपमेंट है ये, लेकिन अभी इसमें काफ़ी सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट्स की ज़रूरत है। अगर
made me not regret selling my desktop, like totally moving on from high-powered desktop gaming. It's been a blast. I don't regret it at all. And if you're in the same position, I'd love to hear about it. If you aren't using your desktop now because you have this, let's talk about it. It's super cool. I mean, I think it's super cool because it's what I'm doing, so naturally I think it's the best. But anyway, let me know what you think. I just think it's really cool that we have this option now, and you get battery life of like 2.5 to 3 hours on demanding games. If you do your settings right.
That's really nice, to be honest. मतलब अगर तुम ट्रैवल कर रहे हो तो 3 घंटे में तो पता भी नहीं चल, 3 घंटे कहाँ जाएंगे भाई ट्रैवलिंग में, पता भी नहीं चलेंगे। मुझे नहीं पता था बैटरी लाइफ इतनी कम है इसकी, बैटरी बैकअप भी होना चाहिए।
The tinkering too, that's a lot of fun, but I covered that in my last video. So anyhow, that's my next video on the Steam Deck. Hope you liked it. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.
ये तो दूसरी शुरू हो गई। तो इस वीडियो में इतना ही, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। अगर तुम्हें वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो लाइक कर देना, और अगर अच्छी ना लगी हो तो डिसलाइक कर देना। नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में मुझे बताना तुम्हें क्या अच्छा या क्या बुरा लगा। साथ ही साथ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। बाय।